I'm Ellie Bishop from Salisbury.
And I'm Christin Gardner from Middlebury.
We're running for school board and standing for transparency and dialogue in the process.
And we're also looking for creative solutions for all children and families in our district.
Get out and vote for us on March 3rd. I am a mom to 4 sons in the school district here. My littlest boy, Lucas, is in kindergarten at Salisbury Community School. I also have a 9-year-old son, Charlie, who's in the 3rd grade. And Thomas, he is in 7th grade at the Middlebury Union Middle School. And my oldest boy, Colby, is a freshman at Middlebury Union High School. I've decided to run for school board for a number of reasons, but I think the background kind of feelings behind why I wanted to do this is because I realized that the school board should have voices from people in all different areas and demographics, and I think I bring a unique perspective to the school board. I was a young mom. I had my first son when I was still in high school. I've kind of really worked hard to get to the point where I have the time in my life to be able to give to this kind of cause, and for many years I wouldn't have been able to because of being home with my young kids and busy just surviving in this difficult economy that we have here. But thankfully, my husband and I are now able to have some extra time to give back to our community, and I'm looking forward to being a voice for all those people who aren't lucky enough to be able to do that. I was a homeschooled student and I also homeschooled my sons for a year, and I sent my one son to a alternative school when he was struggling. I also have had a son, my son Thomas. He did wonderful at the school system and just loved it, and it worked perfect for him. I have a son on an IEP who has difficulties with learning, and I've had to go through that process. So I really have kind of seen the school from many, many different angles and understand the different struggles that parents have navigating the school system with different kids. So why do I want to be on school board? There's many reasons that somebody might want to be on the school board, and I think that the reasons for me really come from wanting to be a part of the process in our community, giving a voice to different perspectives. Perhaps this is a young school board; it's just getting started with this merge, all the districts merging. And I think that it would make sense to have some new voices on the board that will bring perspectives that haven't been heard. I really believe in transparency, and I haven't felt like as a parent in this district that I really understand what's going on, that there's been a lot of transparency. I hope to bring more of that to the school board so that other parents like me can really see what's going on. And I do believe in our democratic process that we have here. Vermont is a special state that has a lot of opportunities to be active in our government in different ways in our towns, and so being on the school board feels like a good place to get active and started in those processes. I told you a little bit about my kids. I have 4 kids in the school district, but I I've always loved children, and I ran a stable for a number of years, over 10 years here at Salisbury Station Stable, where I worked with local kids, teaching riding lessons and doing summer camps, running 4-H club, things like that. And I've really enjoyed my time working with the youth of Addison County over that time period. And now I work in the mental health field, and I'm pursuing a degree in social work. And so when I finish that, I will be able to continue working with vulnerable populations of Addison County, maybe not by running a stable, but other similar type activities. So again, my name's Ellie Bishop, running for the Salisbury School Board, and I hope that you will vote for me on March 3rd because you want to see new faces and fresh faces on the school board, somebody who will represent a different demographic that maybe isn't currently represented and help bring out the voices of parents in Madison County.
Hi, my name's Christin Gardner. I live in Middlebury, Vermont with my 2 sons and my fiance. We raised our children in Shoreham, Vermont for the last 5 years. And while we were there, I was the after-school director at Shoreham Elementary, a K-6 program, where my curriculum focus was environmental education. Within that, we got grants for the Vermont Fish and Wildlife Go Fishing program, where they came out and taught our children about preservation and enjoyment of fishing and aquatic life in Vermont, and then took us for a fishing expedition. We also worked hand in hand with the Platt Memorial Library and ARC to get the VINS program to Shoreham Elementary for the after-school program, but we also opened it up to the whole entire district to join us, and we had a packed house. During my time in Shoreham, I also ended up working with the faculty to help bring maple syrup to our cafeteria, real maple syrup. I know that may sound like a very small thing to be doing for a town, but it was something that meant something to me, and it was my first act of the democratic process, working for me and our community to make a change and a difference. As I was growing up in Ohio, my parents were very divided on their political views, so that was not an open conversation that we would have at our dinner table. My first town hall meeting wasn't until I was at a civics class in college in Middlebury, and after I had been to one of those, I moved to Shoreham and ended up being a part of their town hall meetings. And I found that late night coffees and the older children watching the younger children and arguing with like a very loving place was in a very respectful place was so enjoyable. I was hooked. We now reside in Middlebury, Vermont as of 2019. I work as an early childhood educator at a thriving nature-based school in Middlebury. My reason for running for school board is to help bring transparency and dialogue to the board, and also giving people a voice and helping to find creative solutions for all families and all children in our district. As a working class mother with 2 young children, I believe that I will bring a unique perspective to the school board and the challenges that it faces.
On March 3rd, vote for my mom. Yay!